This is a case of brand new look, same great taste. Previously known as the Passport Grand Touring 2400 BH, this is now the Passport SL 240 BH here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Basically, what's kind of cool is it actually has a couple little updates and upgrades from the previous generation, yet the weight and the cost haven't seemed to gone up whatsoever, and that is a rare find in the RV business. So if you're trying to find a family bunkhouse with a slide out and an outside kitchen and a private bedroom under 5,000 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, this definitely needs to be on the short list. At first glance, this one's not the most travel-friendly thing, and that's kind of a result of having this huge countertop in this camper. However, if you do just the tiniest bit of planning, if you stow the table somewhere other than just the dinette in transit, like maybe you strap it down or put it under the mattress or something in transit, well, what you can do here, and you don't need lumberjack legs like mine, but it certainly doesn't hurt, you can step through, and then voila! We get to the refrigerator, we get to the bunks, we get to the pantry and the bathroom and all the storage. So, I don't know that I'd give it an A+ for traveling comfort, but it certainly doesn't do a bad job. So, B+, maybe? Now, compared to the previous generation, the 2400 as opposed to the new 240, you're not going to see, like, major, massive updates. But there are dozens of small, little touches and improvements here compared to the previous generation that a trained eye can pick up, where you see they really spent a lot of time and attention on this. Now, you still have your bench and storage doors there to make getting to the dinette storage very easy. We still have the slide side breeze windows, so you get some maximum light and airflow going through there. But up here in the slide out, in addition to just the general overall decor change, which looks far sharper and more modern than what it has, it reminds me a lot of the interiors that I see in the open range ultralights that we have here at Haylett RV. If we come over here into the slide, they took some notes from their sister cousin, whatever, the Cougar, and they put little dimmer switch lighting here in the main slide area. Now, that doesn't seem like a major deal, guys, but as a person who goes camping, I like and I appreciate that. And the reason being, at night, if you're trying to get the kids settled down and brought down, or if you're trying to watch a movie, you don't want all of these high-intensity lights blinding you. You just want a little bit of light to be able to see through here at night, and that's all it takes. Now, if we look down below the dinette, you see that they've added LED accent lighting underneath the dining area there. Now, that's very cool for a couple reasons. Being under the table, it's never directly biting you in the eye, and especially if we do have somebody sleeping on the table over here, it will never like really blind anyone, and it's all pointed down, indirect, so it'll cascade light across this new floor that they have here, and I like the look of that new flooring. The whole wood tones and everything in general, this has, I don't know, it's got a much more, this sounds crazy, but like modern, but rustic feel to me? I don't know. Anyway, the kitchen countertops and the stove, this is another area where they did some significant improvements compared to last year. So now, here in the kitchen, we have pressed membrane countertops on this huge peninsula counter to give us more prep space. And you see that we've also now been upgraded to a stainless farm sink as opposed to the plastic or composite 2-basin sink. Composite's the word that the snake oil guys want to use to trick you into thinking it's something better than just plastic. They have also, here next to the main door and in the pass-through area, added motion sense lighting right by the door. Now, you can turn it off, hard on, or on motion mode, whatever you want to do with it. But what's cool about this on motion mode, especially at night, if you're coming and going in the camper, it will only turn the light on when you want it, and you won't have a glowing window collecting a cloud of bugs by the door. Smart. Just simple stuff like that is smart. Now, over here, they do something that's really dual purpose, and Passport's done this for years, and it's another really smart feature. And that word smart really applies to a Passport a lot. This is what I call a smart money ultralight, guys. It's not the most expensive, it's not the heaviest, but it is one of the smartest pound-for-pound lightweights out there. Stuff like this. So this skylight is nice, just for letting some extra light in here. But the thing is, it's not just a skylight. It is also a vent. So if you do want to get some extra airflow or some extra heat exhaust or some extra cross breeze going on, that one thing is now doing two things, and that is worth something. Now back here in the bunk area, These are double bunks, which is pretty common nowadays. You see the outlets in the corner for the kiddos. We've got a privacy curtain to be able to close this off. Now they did something really intelligent here. Here we've got a breeze window, not just a spotting window, not just like a porthole, but an actual breeze-through window. And down below it, you see a second one. But the outside kitchen door, if it's open, closes that off. So instead of moving it or just sacrificing it, Passport went, no problem. We'll add an extra window over here. So now you've got better light, better airflow in every bunk, and every bunk has at least one window that will open for airflow. Now, the pantry, closet, whatever you want it to be over here, this has adjustable or removable shelving. So if you do need extra hanging space, or if you need extra pantry or linen space or general dry storage, you've got that all right here. Now, the bathroom is simple, but simply effective. It does what it needs to and not a single thing more, and I respect that. We've got our foot flush stool next to the surround protected shower over here, but there is still a skylight and a power vent fan. They weren't trying to go cheap. Again, they were trying to go smart. This is more of a utility function space than a living space, so they did what they needed to do with it, and they didn't go overboard doing a bunch of stuff they don't need to do. Doesn't that sound like a smart thing? So we've got easy sleeping for 4 to 6 between the bunks and the master bed. But we also have this extra large U-dinette over here. If need be, this can fold down into another single or double sleeper that is adult capable, with it being longer and wider. Very handy. And once again, we do have doors for easy access to the storage below the dinette. Speaking of storage, we've got a heck of an arrangement going on between the entertainment and kitchen areas. But real quick, I do want to point out the sliding privacy doors for that front master bedroom, as well as the pivot TV right here that we have for easy viewing. Did you see that motion sense light kick off since I moved away? Kind of cool. Now again, you can't just leave that on. So the TV can face over toward your dining area if you want it to, which is super, super handy, obviously, so you're not doing the 90-degree neck crank. Now, we're going to start up top here. I want to point out the fact that we have full depth overhead cabinets. These are not sunken back from the microwave. They are full depth. You get full storage, full capacity out of these. They're not trying to trick you into being larger with less storage. Now, this is pocket screwed cabinetry, so it is. This is an extremely high quality brand. We Passports are not known at Haylett RV for coming back with service work, and I can't say that enough. Because you're going to look at them and they are very price aggressive, especially here in the SL series. Passports are extremely affordable in comparison to so many other things, but they're also extremely well built. You know, this is on an all aluminum skeleton with galvanized steel roof trusses. You can see that they open every darn pocket they can up for storage. I love how they've revised the kitchen here. This is a significant improvement over last year. And again, what kills me is it's at no additional money compared to the previous generation. I kind of feel bad for dealers that still have the old 2400s in stock compared to this, because this is, it's small stuff, but it's critical stuff. Like they've included a space now for a wastebasket. Instead of having 2 drawers inside of a cabinet door, they just have 2 normal drawers now. Awesome. We already talked about the better countertops. Awesome. Flush mount stove with the nightlight knobs and a recessed sink cover for max prep space. Awesome. Pull out sprayer faucet. Awesome. All the little things they've done in this, they're small, but they're so, so important for daily RV use and enjoyment. Now from here, there's a couple small, but I think critical detail things I want to zero in on before we hit the bedroom. One is this handy little charging station. There's USB outlets inside of that pocket right there, so you can always have a nice handy spot to keep things charged up. But speaking of USB plugs, take a look at the side of this dinette. They've put tons of little plugs over here, so you can always have all kinds of different stuff charging up all the time. And I will tell you, as a family that is maybe a little bit tech addicted, me and my wife and my kid have so many USB charging devices between just the 3 of us, I can't even imagine if you're going to sleep 4 to 6 people in here, how many devices you're going to need charged up. Now, this big countertop would have a chunk of counter space that's hard to get to. They make sure that's not going to be the case here in this Passport. You can always get to the storage very simply and very easily. Now, back on the USB train, we've got household and USB plugs on both sides of the bed. That's something that the Cherokee campers that we have been carrying here for many years at Haylett RV really nailed last year. Now this new shiplap front accent wall they've done right here, you're going to find that all over Keystone RV. They looked at that and they said, we like it, and we're going to do it all over the place. Now you've got big open side stands on both sides of the bed, so it is super CPAP friendly because you can have your machine right up by your head area. And the other thing, this is really important, a lot of people are going to look at this Passport and go, dang it, it's one of those where the bed goes right up against the wall. My feet are going to kick the wall. And you're going to think that because a lot of campers in a more price and weight sensitive category, they are built with short camp queens. This is not one of those. This is built with a full 60 by 80 true like residential footprint queen. So, you know, normal queen sheets will fit this. Replacing mattresses, if that's your interest, that's an easy thing to do here. They made sure that this is still, you know, tall person friendly when you are trying to sleep in the bedroom area. But not just the inside got a facelift, the whole exterior really just looks so much sharper. I didn't think it looked bad before. I really didn't. I've been very happy with our Passports. Again, especially from a service standpoint. My God, you wouldn't believe it. Compared to so many brands, these guys are in that like really elite sterling class. Like there's a lot of brands like Jayco's that really set a gold standard, and Rockwood has really punched through the mix. Winnebago, Apexes, those things have been great. Freedom Expresses, Passports, these guys, they are getting the job done very well. We just don't see a high frequency of these things back here. So another one of those small, easily missed things is that they have expanded their Pasture Storage again, and it doesn't cost more than last year is the crazy thing. Still a very easy way to get to see the all aluminum skeleton that you'll find inside of the Passport, but they have also improved it here once more with that motion sense lighting right there in the pass-through area. I just have the power turned off currently. Very handy when you're just trying to get in and out of here, you know, when you're packing up. Now we still have easy magnet latches right here. So like I said, last year this was called a Grand Touring, and now it's called an SL. There's still Passports called Grand Touring. They feature upgrade packages above and beyond this. I don't want anyone to think, oh, they cheapened up the Passport 2400 and they threw it in the cheaper series. What was called a Passport Grand Touring last year is basically what the SL series is this year. This is roughly last year's equipment package, but with this year's facelift, like with the interior, exterior updating, the LED lighting, the USB plugs, the countertops, the sink, all those things, you know, are above and beyond what even the 2400 Passport GT saw last year. These ride on a Z chassis. It's lighter weight, it's a huck bolted frame, it's made with a different kind of steel that is lighter but stronger than traditional I-beams. And I really think that that is one of the key pieces of the puzzle as to how these things have such great service records. Because if you think about it, guys, if you know anything about home construction, if you want a solid house, you start with a solid foundation. And this one has a better foundation. There's nothing wrong with I-beam frames. There's some very good campers on I-beams. I already mentioned a couple of them earlier, but this Norco Z-frame chassis seems to do the job a little bit better. It's not cheaper though. This is an area where they did spend good money because again, they spend smart money on Passports, like a heated enclosed belly with a crazy oversized 30,000 BTU furnace. All of the windows are UV tinted to help keep the furniture from fading, to improve your privacy, and to help keep heat out of the RV, which is another area where this lighter, brighter, whiter skin right here is helping us out. Now, aluminum wheels are an option on any Passport, whether it's an SL or a GT. That being said, I think you're going to be hard-pressed to find a dealer who stocks them without, because white steel wheels just do not nearly have the look and appeal of these beautiful aluminum rims that we're looking at right there. Now here in our little hookup station, we do have a black tank flush and an outside shower. The tire does kind of just sort of bracket onto the rear sort of back of the chassis really is what it's bracketing onto there. But it's one less thing to have to juggle or worry about bouncing around. And also, all of your Passport SLs, they do have a built-in sewer hose caddy down there, so it's just one less area where you have to kind of mix your freshwater stuff and your sewer stuff while you're you know, getting packed up or breaking camp and getting ready to hit the road, because the last thing you want to do is mix sewer and freshwater things, am I right? One of the great things about this model right here is they put the biggest honking awning they can on here. You have maximum patio space on this sucker. And what's cool is this is an easy tilt power awning, and I mean easy tilt. You get up here, you literally only take 2 fingers and you can tilt that awning down and leave it right there, and it will stay on that handy angle. Well, what's great is it's also self-correcting. So if you leave it like that, and then you go to bed, and then you wake up at night, and you hear the awning banging around in the wind outside, you don't even have to put on pants. This is not only easy tilt, it's a pantless awning. Kind of like an ostrich is also called a pantless thunder goose on the internet anyway. The point is, it's self-correcting. It will flatten itself back out and close without breaking the arms. So it's what my wife would call husband-proof. They have done a great job with this telescopic mini kitchenette that they use throughout a lot of the Passport series. What's cool about it here is these dual wing-out countertops, and it actually gives a small outside kitchen decent counter space. Now, it's not, if you look at it, this is actually a very handy thing, is the little air hose style quick release exchangeable sort of hose faucet thing. So if you want to use it for like this little scorpion tail kitchen sink faucet, you can, or you can hook up the blue coily hose, and this is a residential like garden hose fitting on the end, so if you want to put a little sprayer handle out here, you can. Now, of course, we got the handy little cooktop outside. Nice little chunk of space up here for whatever various outdoor storage. Maybe handy for like bug sprays or something like that, or oh, I know, picnic table coverings would go good up there. And then we got my favorite, we got Dad's medicine cabinet over here. Now, beside that, we have wide stance stability axles, and what these guys are going to do right here is they're going to help to keep the trailer from bouncing forward to back, and they're going to keep it from swaying back and forth behind you. This is not a replacement for proper weight distribution and anti-sway. It's a supplement to. So if you have one of those short wheelbase tow package SUVs, this is exactly the kind of lightweight, easy towing, wide stance axle camper you want to be looking at. Now, we do have under that easy tilt awning full length lighting, and against the white sidewall and the white underside of this awning right here, it will light up nice and bright at night. Now, to make sure the door doesn't slam against anything, instead of a friction hinge, Passport actually puts a little gas strut down there. And if you don't like it, you can always just disengage the gas strut. No big deal there. So that pretty much wraps this one up in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. For more information, don't hesitate to give us a call. Whether it is hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between. With the exception of hidden dealer fees, we do it all at Haylett RV. We'll leave the fees to someone else. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.